Good morning, students and friends. Let me introduce myself. I am CG Lakshmi Prasad, Assistant Professor of English, working at Government Degree College, Atmakor, Vanaparthi District, Telangana State. Today, we are going to learn about Concord, that is subject-verb agreement. Already one video has been done, and this is in continuation to that. In that video, in the previous video, I have explained 20 rules pertaining to subject verb agreement. In this video, we're going to learn some more ideas with many examples and practice. We're going to practice with some exercises. So in the previous video, we have learned 20 rules of subject verb agreement, that is Concord, in a previous video. Okay, this is going to be the second video on Concord. Here we're going to learn some advanced rules and practice them with many exercises. Look at this. They is heading to the beach. They is, you are hearing right, it is correct. They is heading to the beach. His collection of books are impressive. See these two sentences. What's wrong with these two sentences? The above sentences, subject doesn't agree with the verb. That means, what is the subject here? They. And they is plural, whereas is singular. It has to be they are. Okay. In sentence 1, they is plural and is a singular. It has to be they are heading to the beach. And if we come to the next one, his collection of books are impressive. What is the subject here? It is a noun phrase. Full noun phrase is subject. His collection of books are impressive. Then which one has to be considered as subject? Should we consider his collection of our books? Consider books as plural. Somebody has used it as are, but books is not subject. Here we are talking about collection. I'm going to tell you how we have to find out the subject. So in the sentence 2, we have a noun phrase as a subject, his collection of books. The head word or main word in the phrase is collection. In this phrase, the head word or main word of this phrase is collection, not books. We are speaking about collection. What collection? Of some books. So collection is singular. So his collection of books is impressive. It should be. Okay. So his collection of books is impressive. A sentence has two parts. Actually, it can be three parts as well. SVO or SVC, subject verb object, or subject verb complement, or subject verb. But these two are very important. Subject and verb are very important. And the subject tells us who does, who the doer, not does, who the doer is, or what the sentence is about. Okay. What is the subject? Subject is a word which tells a word or a phrase. Okay, it can be collection of words as well. It need not be just a single word. It can be collection of words. That means a phrase. Okay, what does it do? It tells about the doer of the action. Some action will be there, that is verb will be there. And who is the reason for this action? Subject is the reason for this action. So what the sentence is about? It also tells what the sentence is about. Verb describes the action of the sentence. And verb, what does verb does? It tells the action of the sentence. Such subject of the sentence can be a noun or a pronoun. And if we take the subject, it can be noun like Rama, Krishna, or a pronoun, he, she, it, they, it can be. So it can be a singular or plural. And subject can be a singular or it can be a plural. To make sentence meaningful and grammatically correct, the two parts of a sentence, that is subject and verb, should agree with each other. And in order to make the sentence grammatically correct, what we have to take care? We have to take care that subject and verb, they have to agree with each other. The agreement between the subject and the verb in person, number, gender, or case is called concord. So how it has to be agreed? In person, that is singular or plural. Number, number also singular or plural. Person means first person, second person, third person. Gender, masculine, feminine. Okay. Sometimes masculine, feminine, some different words we have to use. Our case, so the subjective case, objective case, okay, subjunctive case, like that, is called concord or subject verb agreement. Okay. However, remember that it is a subject that determines the verb. Suppose if I ask you to correct the sentence like this, okay, he are going to temple. He are going to temple. Is it correct? No, it is not correct. You have to correct it. Then how you can correct it? You have to see the subject, not the verb. Since verb is are, you cannot make they are going to temple because subject is very important. Subject is he, so you have to change the verb to is. He is going to temple, not they are going to temple. Okay, even though they are going to temple is correct, but it is subject which is going to decide the subject verb agreement, not the verb. Okay. So, however, remember that it is a subject that determines the verb. To find out where there is concord between the subject and the verb or not, we must be able to identify the subject and verb in a sentence. So, whether the subject and verb is in concord, if you want to know, first what you have to do, you should be able to identify whether the subject, what is the subject in the sentence. I told you, subject can be a phrase. It can have more than one word. It can have sometimes 5 words, 6 words. Even it can have a clause as well. It can have a clause as well. Okay, phrase or clause, it can have many words. But there will be only one head word. We are speaking about only one word, one thing we are speaking about. That we have to identify. I'll tell you how it has to be identified. Even verbs also. Okay. Sometimes we have infinitives. Two infinitives we can have, but actually that is not verb. We can have even gerund. We can have verb. That is action verbs are very action verb has to be identified. So how we have to identify these things we are going to learn in this lesson. See here. If subject is a single word, it is very easy to find out. If the subject is a single word, there is no problem. For example, Rama is going to temple. It's very easy. What is the subject? Rama. Okay. But if it is a phrase, there may be a confusion, and you may be confused. Okay, we get confused if the subject has a phrase. Let us see here. To avoid confusion, we should learn to parse the phrase. Parse means analyze the phrase. You should cut the phrase into pieces and see which one is important word in that phrase. And for that one, we have a formula. Usually, parsing is done even to the sentence. So how do you parse the sentence? By SVO, subject verb agreement, or SVC, subject verb complement. And phrase also has some structure. What is the structure is MHQ. Then what is this MHQ? Any phrase can be phrased with this formula. Any phrase, not only noun phrase, even adverbial phrase, adjectival phrase, whatever the phrase it may be, we can parse that phrase into parts. And for that, we can use this formula MHQ. M means modifier, H means head word, Q means qualifier. Okay, a phrase can have and are are these three parts necessary? Not necessary. It can have head word alone, like Rama is writing a letter. Rama is head word. Okay, we don't have any modifier or qualifier. Or it can have modifier and head word. Okay, modifier. For example, the blue book, the red book. So here we have the blue is a modifier. We have two modifiers. Okay. And head word is book. And it can have head word and qualifier. Okay. Book on the table. Okay. Book on the table. There we have Q, HQ. Then MHQ. It can have both. Okay. Head word can have both. So H is important here. And moreover, our task is to find out the H. What is the H in this? So once we have to find out the H, once we find out the H, Then we have to see whether H is singular or plural. And this H has to, this head word has to agree with the verb. That is the reason why if we have so many words, how we have to parse that, how we have to analyze it. Is obligatory, H is obligatory while MQ are optional. So H is obligatory, H is compulsory, and we have to find out that one. Once we find out that one, then this subject verb agreement will not have any issues, and very easily we can do that one. We know the rules, we have already learned 20 rules, but problem is that which one is a subject, which one is a subject. This is one problem which we have to get out of it. Okay, so actually this formula you don't find in any grammar books. Okay, while I was studying my graduation, one of my lecturer has taught me this one. Okay, and it has helped me a lot in learning grammar. So I wanted to pass this information knowledge to you as well. Okay, U Chandrasekhar Rao was one of the best teachers, best lecturers. Okay, he taught me this one. Okay, in the class, and it was very impressive. It was very impressive. That's why I want to tell this one. See here, consider the old boy in the class. This is a phrase as a subject. Suppose the old boy in the class has bunked today or has not come to class today. The old boy in the class has not come to class today. Then you have to find out what is the head word. Okay, so head word, see here, head word is first we have to see modifier, head word, and in the class head word is by, H, by is head word. Then the old is modifier, so adjectives actually these are modifier, and in the class this is qualifier. Okay, this can be adverb because it is telling something about the place of the noun, place of the noun. So you don't go to adjectives, adverbs, and again it will be very confusing. So just MHQ. M is modifier, H is head word, and in the class is qualifier. So if you observe only this one, then very easily you can find out which one is head word. By is head word, and whatever is there before the head word is called modifier. Whatever is there after the head word is called qualifier. Then again, this modifier has two words. Then again, if we consider this as one phrase, the old, again it can be past. The noun phrase has two more embedded phrases. For example, the old. The old again can be parts like old is head word. In the old, old is head word, M is modifier. In the class, the class is head word, in is modifier. Then again, the class can be divided. Class is head word, the is modifier. Like that, we can do this one. This will actually help us to understand the structure of the sentence very nicely. Okay, so if we consider this one, by is head word, very easily we can identify that. If you are able to do this one, okay, if you are able to do this one, then everything becomes very easy for you, particularly with reference to subject verb agreement. Okay, let's go to next section, and that's and here we're going to have do some exercises. Here we're going to see also how head word can be identified. That is our main task. Okay, first one, let us see. The girl sings very well. The girl sings very well. So what we have to do here, identify the subject and the verb in the following sentences. So you have to identify the verb and then sorry, subject and the verb. Okay, see here, the girl sings very well. So what is the subject here? The girl. Again, what you have to do, what is the head word here? This is again phrase, because if once it has two words, more than one word, it is called a phrase. Okay, so the girl is a phrase. In this one, head word is girl. Head word is girl. So girl is singular. So verb takes singular verb. So the girl sings very well. So it's very easy one. Actually, even though two words are there, it's very easy for us to identify. And that can never be a head word. Okay, girl is head word here. A Supreme Court judge retires at 65. So what is the subject here? Entire, all four words are subject. See, a Supreme Court judge. So what is a head word? We are not talking about. See how we have to do. First, we have to ask question. Are we talking about Supreme? No. Are we talking about court? No. Are we talking about judge? Yes, because somebody retires at 65. Who retires? It is not supreme, or it is not court. It is not court that is going to retire. It is judge who is going to retire. Understand? So here judge is head word, and this is going to be modifier. Okay, a Supreme Court is going to be modifier, and we don't have any qualifier here. So judge is head word. So judge is singular. So it has to take singular verb. Okay, and this is how you have to identify the subject. Now let's go to the next sentence. The survey covering 50 villages reveals interesting facts. See, what is the subject here? The entire, all one, two, three, four, 5 words, and 4 words and one numerical symbol, that is 50. Okay, so the survey covering 50 villages reveals. So what reveals? Does the covering reveals? Does the villages reveal? Does the 50 reveal? What reveals? Survey reveals. Survey reveals. Okay. So survey is head word here. Die is modifier, and covering 50 villages is qualifier. Understand? So here we have to consider survey as a subject. Survey as a subject. Hence, survey is singular. Verb has to be singular. That's why the survey reveals. Survey reveals interesting facts. Survey reveals interesting facts. And you can remove this one. Okay. Even though we cannot remove grammatically, but still it makes sense. But it doesn't make sense. Suppose if we say the reveals, covering reveals, 50 reveals, villages reveals, it doesn't make sense. But the survey reveals, it makes sense. Understand? That is how we have to identify. Then let's go to the next sentence. The list of items is very long. See here, items is plural. So students get confused. Yeah, even villages here, villages plural. So reveal, they think that it is plural. Villages is plural, so it has to be plural. It's not like, because villages is not subject. And even here in this phrase, the list of items is very long. What is long? What is long? Is it items long? Items can be huge or heavy, but what is long? List is long. So list is subject here, list is head word here, and this is going to be modifier, and this is going to be qualifier. So since the list, is it singular or plural? It's a singular, so it has to take singular verb. The list is very long. Understand? Now, the manager is a hard worker who spends a lot of time in the office. Here we have two subjects, two verbs. That means we have one main class, one subordinate class. Okay. Subordinate class also will have subject, verb, object, or subject, verb complement. The difference between phrase and class is that in a phrase, we don't have subject, verb, object. In the same way, it may not have say, SVC or SVO, but a class, even though it doesn't make complete sense, it will have SVO or SVC. Okay, like sentence, it has a complete meaning. It doesn't depend on anything. It has complete meaning. But whereas class will not have complete meaning, it has to depend on main class. Okay, even though it doesn't have full meaning, but still it can make sense. It can make some sense, and it has all the features of the main class. As the main class has SVO or SVC, even subordinate class also will have SVO or SVC. Okay, let us see here in this we have two classes. First, we identify the classes, and then we go to the phrases, and then we go to the subject, verb, subject and verb. Okay, first the manager is hard worker. This is main class. It has a complete meaning. The manager is a hard worker. Who spends a lot of time in the office? Who spends a lot of time in the office? It has to depend, because who has no meaning. It is a relative pronoun. Okay, unless it depends on the main class, it has no meaning. But let us parse this main class and subordinate class. We have subject. The manager is subject. Is verb. A hard worker is a complement. It's not a object. Okay, it's a complement. SVC. It has SVC structure. Then who spends a lot of time? Then who is subject? Who? It can be like mathematics. We can have, something unknown. We say, let us call X. Okay. So let us think that it is X. Instead of X, we are using who. Who spends is verb. A lot of time is object. In the office, it is adjunct. That is a prepositional object. Okay, in the office. So we have subject, verb, complement, subject, verb, object. Understand? Now let us go to the phrases. What is subject and what is verb, and how whether they are concorded or not. Let us see the first sentence. In the first sentence, that is in the main class, the subject is the manager. It has two words. Then what is the head word here? There is no problem. Manager. Manager is head word. So manager is singular, so it has to take singular verb. Then let us go to the subordinate class. Who spends a lot of time? So what is the subject here? Who? Who, is it a singular or plural? It can be a singular or it can be a plural. Okay, but in this sentence, who is a relative pronoun? Relative pronoun. Subject can be either noun or pronoun. Here it is a pronoun, but it is a relative pronoun. How it is a relative pronoun? It relates to some other subject. So who relates to hard worker? Who is hard worker? Manager. Understand? So who relates to manager? Who is nothing but manager. Actually, relative pronoun represent immediately before subject. Actually, this is a complement. Complement means both subject and complement one and the same. Okay, suppose Rama is a teacher. Rama, teacher, there is no difference. We are speaking about only one person. There are not two persons. Rama, one person. Teacher is again the same person. We are talking about the same person. In the same way, the manager is a hard worker. Manager, some person. Hard worker, the same person. So who represent or who links to hard worker? And who is this hard worker? Manager. So manager is singular. So who is also singular? Who is also singular. So it has to take singular verb. Understand? So you have to think all these things. Then only you can make correct sentences. Then let us go to the next sentence. There were many important leaders at the meeting. There. It is a subject. But there, what is there? It is a demonstrative pronoun. There. You have to show your hand and tell there are. Okay, like there are. There are some people. There are some people. There is a boy. There is a boy. So actually, this demonstrative pronoun, it is related like relative pronoun. It is related something which is there in the object. What is there in the object? Many important leaders. So actual like a de facto, de jure. We speak of de facto ruler, de jure ruler in politics. In the same way, de facto subject is there, but de jure by rule. Okay, by rule. Yeah, some confusion. De facto means by fact. De jure means rule. Yeah, there is de jure ruler. There is de jure subject. There is de jure subject. But actual fact, by fact, what is the subject? Many important leaders, even though it is in object position, this is subject. This is subject. Understand? So what we have to do? Now we have to pass this phase, not this one. There can be single. Suppose we can say there is a boy or there are boys. See how is has become R? Because in object, plural. If object is plural, we have to take R. If object is singular, we have to take singular. So that is very important. Just a minute. Okay, right. Okay. So here the object has to be considered. Okay. So again, object has three words. Then what is the head word? Are we talking about many? No. Are we talking about important? No. Are we talking about leaders? Yes. Who are there? there are not, no, many can be objective, that's all. Important can be adjective, but head word is leaders. Since leaders is plural, the de jure ruler, so the de jure subject becomes plural. Hence, it takes a plural verb. Okay, there were leaders, like there are boys, there were boys, there is a boy, there is a boy. Boy is singular, so it takes is. So there can be singular or plural depending on the object, depending on the object of that sentence. Okay, so that is how you have to be, very careful. You have to use some logic, then only you can get out of this confusion. Then let's go to the next sentence. Everyone in the group is welcome to give suggestions. Everyone in the group is welcome to give suggestions. What is the subject here? Everyone in the group. Then what is the head word? See, all head words are underlined. Okay, for your clarification. Are we speaking about group? No. In group, everyone is welcome. So everyone is head word. Then everyone, is it a singular or plural? Like each one, everyone, all these are considered singular, because everyone means we are pointing about each one. Okay, then it is singular. If suppose all are welcome, all are welcome. All means it is plural. All of you are welcome. All are welcome, but everyone is welcome. Each of you is welcome. Okay, each of the members is welcome. Members, even the plural, but we are talking each of the class, each of the students, like that. So each of or everyone becomes singular, because we are speaking about individual in separately, individuals separately. So it is singular. So everyone is singular, so it has to take singular verb. Okay, then his meticulous data amazes everyone. His meticulous data. See here, three words are there. Are we talking about his? No. Are we talking about meticulous amazes? No. Meticulous is an adjective to data. So data is head word here. So data, is it a singular or plural? Data is singular. Datum is plural. Okay. Or datas, even datas also now it is correct. So data amazes. Singular, so it has to take singular subject, singular verb. Then let us go to the next one. During the celebrations, we all sat outside in front of outside in the hot sun. During the celebrations, this is adverb, so you don't need to consider this one. It can be at the end of the sentence as well. Like we all sat outside in the hot sun during the celebrations. Just in order to confuse you, it is given here. Or emphasize during the celebrations. It is an emphasis. For the sake of emphasis, it has been brought forward. So what is the real sentence? We all sat outside in the hot sun. So what is the subject here? We. We all, it can be. We all can be subject. Then headword is we. Headword is we. So we is plural. So we have to be, but actually in past tense, there is no need of a, it can be whether it can be singular or plural. There is no differentiation. Like he sat, we sat, both are one and the same, so there is no confusion. Actually it can be sat only. If it is present tense, then we have to say we sit, he sits, he sits. So since it is a simple past tense, there is nothing to worry about it. Okay, then the laces on the shoes never stay tied. See here, subject. What is the subject here? The laces on the shoes, the laces on these shoes never stay tied. Then what is never? It is adverb. It is adverb. Okay, stay is verb. Stay is verb. Okay, so subject. Let us see what is the head word here. We are talking about what doesn't stay tied. Laces doesn't stay tied. So what laces on these shoes? What is a no adjective or modifier? The. Okay, The laces on these shoes never stated. So laces is plural. So stay has to be plural. It not stays. Stay. Then next one. The temptation is to treat children as though they don't know anything. Here again, we have two classes, okay, connected by as though. Okay. The temptation is to treat children. The temptation is to treat children. Okay. So what is the subject here? The temptation. So headword is temptation. So temptation is singular, so it has to take is. So one more sentence is there. They don't know anything. So they is plural, so it has to be singular verb. Okay. So do we have a negative sentence. Negative sentence means the marker will be do or does. If it is singular, it has to be doesn't. Plural, it has to be don't. So they don't know anything. So temptation is subject, is verb, and here they is subject, don't know is verb. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here we have some more exercises. Let us see here. Choose the correct form of the verb that agrees with the subject. Okay, here we have to, then once again we have to find out the subject. Okay, my father and my mother. Here two things are there. Two subjects are there. Father, mother. Okay, and my can be modifiers, and is conjunction connecting two phrases because two words are there. Two phrases, and is connecting two phrases, and the main head word is father, first head word, mother is second head word. Two words are there, so two things we are talking about, two things, so it is a plural, so verb has to be plural. So we have two options, is or. So R is correct one. Okay, my father and my mother are attending the meeting. Next one. Nobody, nobody, like I told you, each of you or everyone. In the same way, nobody also considered singular. So nobody knows. Nobody knows what the truth is. Next one. The news is at 7. News. See here, some confusing. News is, yeah, it is ending with yes. Okay. So some students may think that it is a plural, but a news is a always singular. It is always has to be considered as a singular. So news is at 7. Okay, next one. The management doesn't know how to treat teachers. See here, subject is the management. Headword is management. Management is singular. So it has to be doesn't, not don't. Next one. 500 rupees is at 7. Sorry, I think I have done some mistake. Okay, 500 rupees. Maybe some object I forgot, but whatever it is. Here, let us consider this one. 500 rupees is always, it can be 100 rupees or it can be 1000 rupees, even 1 lakh rupees. It has to be considered as a singular. Money is always considered as singular. But we can say 500 rupee note. I found two 500 rupee notes. Two 500 rupees notes are, okay. Here we are talking about notes, but the money 500 rupees or 1000 rupees or 1 rupee or 1 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees, whatever it is, it has to be considered as singular. So it has to take is. Then there were 10 books in that box. There were 10 books in that box. See here, there again, see I told you when there comes, object has to be considered. Okay, 10 books in that box. What is the head word here? Books. Books is plural. So it has to take plural verb. Each one of those books is a class. See, I told you each one means it has to be singular. Each one of those books is plural. Whenever each one comes, it has to be plural. It has to be plural, but subject becomes singular. Subject becomes, head word is each one. So it has to be become singular. Then the film, including all the advertisements, takes about 3 hours to watch. See here, is a different type of sentence. The film, including all the advertisements. This is M, this is head word, this is a qualifier. Including all the advertisements is again one phrase. Okay. Again, it can be past. So we are not interested in that one. So head word is film. We are talking about film. We are talking about film. So film is singular. So verb has to be singular. Then civics, see it is ending with S. So students think that whatever the word that ends with yes is plural. No, it's not like that. Like physics, civics, mathematics, so many subjects are there, and so many subject which ends with yes. Okay, it is considered as singular. Civics was, civics was. Then one, are there scissors at home? Scissors is always considered plural. Scissors are always, suppose if we say a pair of scissors is singular. Okay, pair of scissors is singular, but a scissors is always scissors, pants, the object which has two parts is always considered plural. Scissors has two parts, pants has two parts. Okay, like that. They're always considered plural. Then some more exercises. Here, wrong sentences are there and you have to correct them. Okay, and wrong sentences, particularly with reference to Concord. Okay, Ramesh and Robert is good friends. So two nouns are there, two subjects are there. It is joined by and. So it has to be are. Ramesh and Robert are good friends. Ramesh and Robert are good friends. It is very easy. Next one. Each of us have some work experience. See, each of us is subject, have is verb, some work experience is object, but here each is a singular. Each is singular. So verb has to be singular. So each of us has some work experience, not have some work experience, has some work experience. Then here is my car keys. See again, like there. Okay, whenever there comes, object becomes de facto subject, I told you. Okay, in the same way, here is my car keys. Car keys plural. Car keys plural. So here are my car keys. Like there are my car keys. Here, there. Okay, both are one and the same, but meaning may be different. Here means the closest things. There means farthest things. Okay, but as far as grammatical is concerned, they function as the same word. My pair of pants requires stitching. I told you just now. Scissors always considered plural, but my pair of pants is considered. Pair means it has to be singular. Okay, so yeah, it has to be required here. My pair of pants require an it has to be typed as required, and you have to correct it as requires. Understand? But I corrected it here itself. My pair of pants requires, it should be singular because we are talking about pair. Pair is always considered singular. Of pants, not we are not talking about pants, we are talking about pair. Pair is head word here. Next one. Neither the student nor the parent know the answer. I told you in during 20 rules, I told you when there is neither nor, either or, okay, we have to take proximity into consideration. So neither the student nor the parent, no, parent is singular. Even this is also singular. Both are singular. So it has to be considered as singular. Neither the student nor the parents knows, parent knows the answer. Then either the director or the actor are responsible for the failure. Okay, here once again, same neither, either, both are singular, so it has to be considered as singular. Either the director or the actor is responsible for the failure. Next one, neither the script nor the dialogues was interesting. See here, proximity. Script is singular, whereas dialogues is plural. When two things, one is singular and another is plural, the nearest, closest subject has to be considered. Closest subject is dialogues. Dialogues is plural, so it has to be plural. Neither the script nor the dialogues were interesting. Then the sale of water and soft drinks increased during summer. The sale of water and soft drinks. Okay, it has to be considered as a one unit. Water and soft drinks has to be considered like a bread and butter. Water and soft drinks. So it has to be singular. Water and soft drinks increases during summer. 6 months are all I have to find a job. I told you money. Money and no, 100 rupees in the same way, time also. Okay, 50 minutes is. Okay, 5 hours is, 6 months is, 6 months is. So 6 months is all I have to find a job. Then last one, the book including the CD and the free gifts are not worth the price. Here, whenever this including comes means a head word will be book. Okay, Edward, I told you we have one another example as well. The book including the CD and the free gifts. This is qualifier to book. So book is subject. Book is a head word. So book is singular. So verb has to be singular. The book, including the CD and the free gifts, is not worth the price. So is a singular verb. Book is singular. So is also has to be singular. Now let's go to the next one. In each of the following sentences, supply a supply a verb in agreement with its subject. So we have to supply a verb. To take, pay, and then not to do work is dishonest. See here verb. To take pay, this is main word, and then not to do work, this is actually adjunct. Okay, so here to take is singular. Okay, is dishonest. So here actually I have to underline, I forgot to underline the cost of all these articles. So cost is singular. Here cost is head word. Cost of all these articles is a subject, but cost is head word. Cost is singular, so it has to be has. The jury are were divided in their opinions. Jury is always considered plural. So verb has to be plural. It can be present tense or past tense because no adverb is given here. So it can be the jury are divided in their opinions is correct. Even were is also correct. But thing is that it should be plural. It should be plural because jury is considered always as jury means a group of judges. Group of judges. It has to be at least two judges should be there. So it is plural. That night, every one of the boat's crew was down with fever. See, that night, every one of that boat's crew was down with fever. See, everyone, whenever there's everyone is there, it has to be singular. So, was is singular. Understand? Then, one or the other of those fellows has stolen the watch. So, one or the other. Whenever R comes, it can be one. One means singular. The other again is singular. Okay, so both are singular, so it has to be singular. Rama or Krishna is, Rama or Krishna is my friend, something like that. Okay, Rama and means it becomes plural. Rama or means it becomes singular. The strain of all the difficulties and vexations and anxieties was more than he could bear. See, the strain of all the difficulties and vexations. See here, what is the headword here? The subject is very long. The strain of all the difficulties and vexations and anxieties. All these two words are, object of preposition of all the difficulties, of all the vexations, of all the anxieties. Then what is the head word here? Strain is head word. Strain is singular. Okay, so verb has also be singular. The strain was more than he could bear. Understand? So all the difficulties, this is prepositional phrase it can be. Then no news is good news. I told you already. News is always considered singular, so it has to take singular verb. The accountant and the cashier have absconded. So the accountant and the cashier, two persons are there. Suppose accountant and cashier both are the same. Sometimes banks, what happens, they do the same person. Accountant sometimes becomes cashier, the same person. If both are the same person, then it has to be singular. If they are different, if they are two people, then it has to be plural. But here we don't have. Suppose if you think that both accountant cashier refers to single person, then you can use has absconded. If they are different, then you have to use have. Okay. A good man and useful citizen has passed away. See here, same rule. A good man, we are talking about a good man and useful citizen. And we are giving extra information about that person, man. What is it, man? He is a good and also useful. Okay, so man is singular here. Here we are not talking about two persons. We are talking about a single person. So it has to be singular verb. Okay, here even here if the person is same, for example, sometimes lecturer will be principal. Okay, lecturer, the senior lecturer will be principal. Then we can say like this: the lecturer and the principal has not come today. Has not come today because we are talking about only one person. The same person is lecturer. The same person is a principal. Okay, then we can say has. Okay, if they are different today, two lecturers and one principal has not come to college. So two persons are plus one, three persons. If it is one today, one lecturer and one principal has not have not come to college today. Two persons. Understand? So here you have to be a bit logic. The famous juggler and a conjurer. See here, same rule. The famous juggler, he is a very famous juggler, and also he is a conjurer. He is also a conjurer. Conjurer also means some kind of magician. So here we are talking about the same person. So it can be is or was. It can be in present tense or in past tense, but verb has to be singular. That is very important. It cannot be are or were. It has to be is or was. Then let's go to the next slide. The Three Musketeers. The Three Musketeers was written by Dumas. See here, we are not talking about musketeers is not persons here. It is a name of the book. The Three Musketeers is a name of the book. So it is a singular. Was written by Dumas. Dumas has written that book. The name of the book. Actually, it has to be inverted commas. I deliberately did not do it. Okay. And then each of the suspected men is or was arrested. See, whenever each comes, it has to be singular. Okay. Then the ebb and flow of the tides was explained by Newton. So ebb and flow of the tides, it is one phenomena, one single phenomena. They are not two different processes or two different phenomena. So it has to be considered singular. The ebb and flow of the tides was explained by Newton. Then 90 rupees is too much. I told you money. Whatever the money it is singular. 90 rupees is too much for this bag. The cow as well as the horse. See, whenever when comes as well, for example, the lecturer as well as the principal, the lecturers as well as principal. Lecturers, then we have to consider the first one. Lecturers is a plural. Okay, so it has to take plural. Lecturer and the students. Then lecturer is singular, it has to take singular. So in the same way, um, the cow as well as the horse. So cow is headword. We are talking about cow. We are not talking about horse, but as well as the horse eats grass. So we are saying that cow eats grass. Not only cow, but also the horse. But also the horse. So it is given some extra information. It is given some extra information. The actual doer is cow. Actual doer of this verb is cow. Okay. Then neither his father nor his mother is alive. Both are singular, so it takes singular verb. There are many objections to the plan. Many objections to the plan. See, once again, there is comes. So I have to think about object. Many objections to the plan. So objections is head word. So it has to take plural verb. Two-thirds of the city is in ruins. So whenever we say no part decimal, two-thirds, one-third, it has to be singular. It has to be singular. Two-thirds. See, is in ruins. The formation of paragraphs is very important. See here, headword is formation, not paragraphs. Formation of paragraph. Formation is singular. Headword is formation. So it has to take singular verb. That is. Man's happiness or misery is in a great measure in his own hands. Man's happiness or means even though two things are there, it has to be singular. Okay. Happiness or misery. Okay. Is in a great measure. Both are singular. So it has to be singular. Is in a great measure in his own hands. Then one more. One last, I think, in this one. One paragraph is there. A conversation. Sita and Geeta are shopping for clothes. Choose the correct form. Sita is talking. These trousers, I told you, trousers, pants, scissors, which has two parts, it becomes plural. So are the trousers are a bit tight. They don't feel. So they is plural. Okay. Here they is plural. So we have to take don't, not doesn't. Feel comfortable. And I think the blue ones, Okay, one, not one, ones, blue ones, plural. Okay, so it has to take plural verb. Go. Better with the jacket. The jacket is too long. Jacket is singular. We're not talking about jackets. Jacket is singular. So jacket is too long. Sita. Well, the jeans fit. Jeans fit. Okay. Jeans has to be considered as plural. Okay. Fit, all right. Perhaps I'll buy the jeans instead. Okay. Jeans means pant. Again it is a trousers. So it has to be plural. Yes, the jeans look, same rule, plural. The jeans look good on you. I like the style. I think they, plural, suit you. Now you get changed. Now you get changed while I look for some shorts, not a shorts, some shorts, and I might get a skirt, not some skirt, a skirt. I might get a skirt. Okay. Um, thank you very much. I think I tried my level best to explain certain things to make you clear with regard to the subject verb agreement. If you like my video, please like my video, click on like, and then share this to with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on bell icon so that you get the notifications whenever I upload any video. Thank you very much.